Hi, welcome to Nairobi Street Kitchen. My name is Chef Ron, together here with Chef Nancy, and welcome to the Tikka show. So we're gonna be making two dishes from Desi Loco. One will be the Paneer Pakora, and the other will be the chicken tikka masala. So for the Paneer Pakora, it is a Indian snack, and we're gonna start by mixing the seasoning the pakora, the paneer cheese with a few spices and a few Indian spices. Then dip it into a pakora butter and deep fry it. So with the assistance from Chef Nancy, we can go through this. Nancy, if you can help me with this. So for the paneer pakora, we're gonna be marinating our paneer cheese with some salt, coriander, garam, turmeric powder, and then we're gonna dip it into a butter, and then we're gonna deep fry it into a nice golden brown color. The condiments we're gonna be serving it with is tamarind sauce and mixed chutney. So let's go start preparing this. Nancy. So we're just breaking up the paneer cheese so that we can get a proper even seasoning with it. So some salt. Bit of turmeric, bit of garam, some really popular Indian spices, cumin powder, coriander powder, and as a staple for all Indian dishes, we're going to be using garlic and ginger paste. That's it. So we're mixing the spices properly within the paneer. Then yes, our fry is ready to go. So we're gonna make sure our paneer cheese is evenly coated with the pakora mix. Then one by one, we're gonna just throw it inside the fry. Now, as our paneer pakora is deep fried, we're gonna start on our chicken tikka masala. So Nancy, if you could assist me on this. All right. So what we're gonna start with would be to first cook our chicken. We use chicken thighs for this. It's already marinated. Some really good Indian spices. Once the pan is nice and hot, then we're gonna throw in our chicken. Looks like our paneer pakora is almost. So in just a few seconds, we're going to remove that. Seal kwanza. Seal on the outside, so we can get now that you can just keep the juices part from the inside the chicken that we're using. And then after that, we're gonna start adding our sauces. What you're gonna be using will be a mixture of two sauces. We have the makhni gravy, and we also have our tikka masala sauce. So we put a combination of those two sauces to bring this dish together. Then to finishing it off, we're gonna temper the dish with some butter and finish it off with some cream. So our pakora is ready. Just gonna remove it, let the excess oil drain inside on this serviette. As we wait to plate it. Alright, so we're gonna add some of this flavorful mixture of garlic and ginger. Then we're gonna let it cook. As those two dishes are cooking, what I'm gonna do is just plate the paneer pakora, and we're ready to go. So for this, just serve it the simple takeaway plate. Just like so. And then the two sauces that go with it. Our tamarind chutney. It's been an amazing experience for me. I've been here for 1 year, just completed my year a while ago. It's been really good, eye-opening to having so many different concepts under one roof, and ensuring that every concept we're really pushing to give good quality food, ensuring operations is still good, and also giving good customer service to our clients who are coming in. The first impression about the dish. Once you put the dish on the guest table and there's that wow effect or that amazement, and it's more like we're giving them something they're expecting, or maybe giving them beyond the expectations. So it's a good feel and a good experience as when we are serving our customers and they actually delighted with the dish that is placed in front of them. Do have those instances. I can't say everything is a smooth and perfect kind of situation, but instances like those are good for us so that we can learn from them. Maybe our customer had a different kind of expectation. Maybe how they understood the dish from the menu was different from how we're preparing it. So it gives us also a learning opportunity to understand what our customer needs, and we are able to serve it to them and deliver it for them. Because at the end of the day, we want our customers to have a good experience with us when dining with us. So our chicken tikka masala is ready. We're just gonna warm our rice. So the condiments for this, we're gonna be using, we call this pico de gallo, which that's how we call it here. But as you can see, it's basically our regular kachumbari that we normally have. Onions, tomatoes, and dania. This is also another condiment that we use for this. Cumin yogurt. And then here is where we're gonna place our chicken tikka masala, and then we're gonna also serve it with some rice. Ready? Yes. Yes, just a pinch. All right. Just gonna let this simmer down a bit. Yeah, and we're towards the end of finalizing our last main dish, our chicken tikka masala. And let me check on the rice. Right, so we are finally done making our delicious, scrumptious chicken tikka masala. So we're gonna just make sure all this goodness, all this gravy goes inside the plate. Then for just garnish, sure that appearance is everything we want when it comes to serving our food to our guests, because as they say, we first eat with our eyes and then we finish everything off once everything goes into our tummies. Flavorful basmati rice. There you go. Is our chicken tikka masala and paneer pakora.
And of course, the best part of the show. This is my favorite bit of the show because I get to taste the food. Chef,
Yes.
I love what you prepared here, and I'm just wondering, before I get into the main dish,
Yeah.
where do we start from? Do we start with a snack? Is it dessert or is it a starter?
This is just a snack.
Uh-huh.
We can start with this.
Uh-huh.
Then we can dig into the Tikka masala.
And say,
This is more of a main dish.
uh-huh.
Yeah.
So we try the snack
Yeah,
first.
we try this one.
So what do I do?
So we just
Is it a hand bite?
yeah, it's a hand bite. Just
Uh-huh.
take because the size of it.
Uh-huh.
Just take it like this. You
Uh-huh.
can try it without now the tips.
Without first.
Without first, so you can get there.
This is deep fried cheese.
Deep fried cheese.
Mm. 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 Now get the cheesy taste after.
Yeah.
Mm.
Now it has a nice the butter.
Mm-hmm.
Once you fry it to a nice golden color,
Mm-hmm.
gives you
The crunch, yeah, you can feel the crunch in it. We try the sauces?
yeah, we try this one.
Which one?
This is spicy.
Mm-hmm.
This one is sweet and tangy.
Mm-hmm. I like sweet. So let's try this.
So this is the tamarind chutney that we normally have.
Uh-huh.
It's actually made in-house.
Ah.
We get on guaju,
Mm-hmm.
the tamarind itself,
Mm-hmm.
and we cook it down.
Mm. Mm. That's tamarind alone.
Tamarind, this soak it and the basic process of making tamarind.
Mm-hmm.
Soak it, remove the flesh,
Mm-hmm.
the seeds, and then mix it with some, mostly usually jaggery.
Mm-hmm.
Then there's some Indian spices you add to it.
Yeah, it's a bit spicy. Let's taste the mint one. You call it mint?
Mint chutney.
Chutney. I love the setup because I can see some Bollywood films on the walls and all that. Was it very intentional?
Yes, it was.
Uh-huh.
Yes, it was. So this is the Desi Loco concept, our Indian concept. Means
I love it.
yeah.
I'm not a chili guy. I'm not so much into spices, but I love this.
Yeah.
Mm.
So this is our Indian concept.
Mhm.
So everything built around it
Mm-hmm.
needs to mimic the idea of concept itself. So you get the Indian dishes, whether it's street style or it's just the basic Indian dishes that we normally have, commonly known. Then the aesthetic has to fit the menu itself, just to give you that whole nostalgia or a feel that yes, this is now has that Indian, vibe or theme to it. Definitely, yeah.
I love it. We get into the main dish?
Yes, we do.
Yeah. So with this, where do we start from?
So with this, you can taste the curry sauce,
The curry.
the chicken.
Mm-hmm.
Then after that, you can just pour some rice. You just have everything together.
Mm. There's something about Indian curries. Like this one, you can taste that tamarind, bit of tamarind.
Mm-hmm.
Did you have some tamarind in?
So one thing about Indian dishes,
Mm-hmm.
it's usually packed with spices. This
Aha.
one, they don't go easy on the spices.
Mm-hmm.
It has a number of spices coming together to just make one dish.
Mm-hmm.
So some dishes are normally spicy with like pili inside it.
Mm-hmm.
Some actually they just love chili,
Mhm.
but for us we don't make it as spicy
Mhm.
because this is just cater for the people who
Mm.
want
The meats.
exactly who want spicy food. So
Uh-huh.
we keep it on a mild. So
Mhm.
anyone who wants like really hot food,
Mhm.
all they have to just to mention make me very spicy.
Spicy. Aha.
And
Mild, spicy.
mild, spicy, we just
or
definitely-
without.
or without.
Mhm.
We just add this to the dish once we start the whole cooking process.
Uh-huh.
So our basic for Indian dishes, garlic and ginger.
Mm.
Garlic and ginger is definitely something.
Mother of all spices and
Yes,
onions.
flavoring and onions. That is definitely something that usually goes when we're making any Indian dish, especially now the curries.
Bro, you're not Indian. How did you get into this? Probably as we wind up.
For me, it's just learning the different cuisines that there are in the world. Right now, we are going into a world where everything pretty much there's instant access to it. Like there's influence from different, like even with people coming into a country, different cultures, you start experiencing what kind of dishes and foods that these guys make. And also as a chef, it is essential for you to understand what food is actually within where you are. So it doesn't mean that you just get stuck, like since I'm a Kenyan, I just don't focus on Kenyan food only. There's a lot, there's diverse food knowledge out there, which is what personally I strive, and also it's a duty as a chef to understand the other cuisines and other cultures and see how to integrate that into your day-to-day kind of cooking. So for us, Nairobi Street Kitchen is like a collective of different concepts. So we have, next to us is Fire and Dough Pizzas. So that's an Italian kind of
Pizza.
Yes. So and the pizza oven that we kind of have, it's actually a wood fire oven. So which is something that you'd find in authentic pizza places. They actually use wood fire ovens. And next to it, buttered buns. Now that's like an American staple, burgers and all that. Then also within the concept we have bud exchange. So with the name exactly, it refers to, it's just basically buds, like chicken basically.
So chicken,
duck. No, we just do chicken. So different parts of chicken, thighs, the breast, the wings, and we're also coming to introduce a few more new dishes within the concept, also chicken based. So if you're looking specifically for anything chicken, bud exchange is definitely your place. Then there's also Si Senor, that's the Mexican concept. So our tacos and quesadillas, that's the most common, one of the most common street food that people normally have with that associated with that cuisine, and we try and make it as authentic as we possibly can. Like one of the things that's really common with like authentic Mexican tacos is called masa. So masa is corn that's been grinded. So this corn is usually soaked in like an alkaline based solution to kind of soften it up. So the whole process is called nixtamalization. And once that corn breaks down and becomes soft, we pass it, and this is dry corn, not fresh corn. We pass it through a grinder and it becomes like fine powder. It's more or less the same way we siaga on
unga
kawaida ugali. But now this has but now this has a different flavor and texture, and just not our regular, because it's already been soaked in a specific solution. So it comes with its own distinct kind of flavor. So we normally just, once that is done, we just portion it into like specific grammages. Well, we have a taco presser, so we just put it on that, put it on a hot plate, cook it a bit, and your tacos are good to go. So normally how we use tacos is wheat flour tacos, which is also like one option, yes, but most from what I've seen, like the research I've done and seen other Mexican kind of series and episodes and anything in line with food, they usually make their own masa dough, or maybe some people buy the masa dough to just make it an authentic taco. Then we have now the different flavors. We have the meats, chicken, lamb, beef, pork, and also we have lamb. We have now the vegetarian options. We call it frijoles. So frijoles, it's a Mexican term for refried beans. So it's just black beans, just fried. You can basically use any beans, even red kidney beans you can use, and then flavor it with some spice. So even the flavorings that we use in every concept are usually in line with that particular cuisine and the food that we're creating there. Like you can see for Desi Loco,
I'm stuck on the curry though.
It's quite something. It's very rich.
Yes.
The curries, the sauces that we use, the makhni sauce, we tweaked it and just research and make it as authentic as possible. It can't be exactly the way they make it in that particular region, like the origin region, but you can try and bring out that specific flavor. Also the Tikka Masala spice, you just understand, having that understanding of what is the basis for this and what ingredients you currently have at where you are, then you're able to recreate this particular dish.
There's so many young chefs who are watching the show that watched you prepare the dish. Up to now, there's something you can tell them. Talk to them because you're a young man. There are so many young people who are coming up. One thing about this industry, being a chef, you have so many experience. For you to gain that experience, you have to be there for a longer period of time, meaning there are so many wazirs in the building, and you have to compete with them. You're a young chef, you're very, by being young, you're so energetic, you're so innovative. Yeah. Then you have this mzee who's very conservative, telling you, kijana, peleka pole pole, mambo. Talk to that young chef out there. What would you tell them?
So what I can tell them is this. Curiosity. Always be curious. If you feel like maybe there's one chef you're talking to and it's kind of like a roadblock, there's always a chef you can talk to and they'll be able to actually impart their knowledge to you. So find that chef. Also, we're within the modern age. Internet is pretty much everything. A lot of information is on the internet. So don't necessarily, like a while back, like maybe 10, 15 years ago, the internet hadn't, boomed as it is right now. So people were relying on, getting that actual training from particular chefs
and all that.
Yes.
Yeah.
But now, information is everywhere. Yeah. So apart from finding chefs, go to the internet, follow people who cook, get that, understand their content. Look for chefs who've actually, succeeded within either a particular craft or who are doing something you'd actually want to do. Follow them, get to do your own research on food, understand a particular cuisine that you're actually interested in, and then start experimenting. That's the best way to now start getting knowledge and understanding. And also, once you get into the industry, once you're in, yes, you have your day-to-day activities, but that doesn't mean it stops there.
Yeah.
You also have to put in that extra effort. I mean, right now, this is cumin yogurt.
Cumin yogurt.
Yes. So once you're in, yes, you have your day-to-day activities which you have and responsibilities which you definitely have to, do and deliver according to the chef's expectations, but also create your own time. Like make some time if you want to. If you have like, let's say maybe a place like this. Maybe you're working in Desi Loco, you're interested in Sisinyor. Once you're like done with this particular shift that you're in, if you can spare 3 hours, go to that concept.
Go see what they're doing.
Yes, go see what they're doing. Ask questions to the chefs who are there. How do you do this? What is this? What is this? Also do your own research. With that, you get to learn more and you get to gain that experience. You can't just sit and wait for it to come to you. You have to go and get it.
Thank you so much, sir.
You're very much welcome.
Why I tell you this is my favorite part of the show is because me nakula kwa macho, and this is the order of the day. This has been Tupike's show. A big thank you to everybody who has facilitated the show. Thank you so much, chef. This is amazing. I think my taste buds have been zimesimuka. Sahi amna rahisi. Kula kwa macho, unaonaje? Till next time. I've been your host producer Brian Sumo. Tumefunga hiyo.